Chris, what's your view of their friendship?
I really think this is a legitimate family-type relationship. You know, it's not based on we just hang out and kick it and have fun all the time.
Yeah.
You have relationships sometimes with people, whether it's a friend or like a cousin that you don't see all the time. You don't even talk to them a lot. But when you do see them, it's all love. You know, there's real respect and trust there.
Correct.
And that's how I see this relationship. And I think Dwyane Wade, remember, Dwyane Wade is 3 years older than LeBron. Even though they came in together in the draft, he's 3 years older than LeBron. He had a lot of life experience. You know, he married his childhood sweetheart and young and all that, went to college. And I think he is the big brother. You mentioned it earlier. He's like a big brother role in this relationship. And I say it's like a big brother who recognizes that his little brother is a prodigy. And his little brother is better than him. So he makes sacrifices to help his little brother reach the heights that he thinks he can. And Wade has made some major sacrifices in his relationship with LeBron, right? You have $10 million.
Yeah.
But beyond that, Wade gave up his team.
Yeah.
I mean, Wade gave up his team to LeBron, and not right away. That first year in Miami when they failed to win the championship, it was a tug of war.
Yeah.
Because I really think when the big three came together, I think Wade honestly felt, I'm as good as LeBron. Like, it's not him and then me and then Bosh. Like, I'm as good as LeBron, and he had the right to think that way. But I think in that first year, they both took 18 shots a game. LeBron averaged 26, Wade averaged 25. Like, it was a tug of war. Whose team is it? And then the second year, Wade made the sacrifice to step back and give the team to LeBron because he thought that was the best way for them to win. Now, he could have looked at it like, look at what happened to LeBron in the finals. And he could have said, I'm taking over the team. I'm taking it back. I'm the guy that's won the championship.
Plus, it's my team. I've been here.
Right, I've been here. But he gave it to LeBron. And I wrote a story in I believe their second championship year together, about how Wade was the first and I think the only NBA player up to that time, you can argue if Steph has done this, but who was an alpha and who was in his prime and willingly gave his team up willingly to another guy. And Eric Spoelstra read that story to the team in the locker room.
Wow.
And then Wade personally thanked me. Like, I saw him and he thanked me for the story. He understands, like, I think, and I don't think most people recognize how much of a sacrifice he was. Because I think he really stepped back and was like maybe 80% of the player he could have been individually to help them win. So, and we mentioned, you know, the $10 million. That's a heck of a sacrifice in 2014. But I think Wade understands. We always look at it like LeBron, if he hadn't gone to Miami and learned how to win under Wade, he wouldn't have those championships. And that might be true or not. But I think Wade also understands, like, one thing that helped him make the sacrifices, he understands LeBron helped him get to new heights too. What he wrote on the jersey last night, thanks for helping me become better than I thought I could. Remember, after Wade won it in 06, 07, out in the first round. 08, no playoffs, period. 09 and 10, out in the first round. He understood, like, I'm not even getting to the second round of the playoffs by myself. LeBron gets there, and all of a sudden, they're a circus, and they're winning championships. So I think that Wade's made a lot of sacrifices, and he understands LeBron did too, because LeBron was the one taking the heat. When he went to Miami, LeBron was the one getting criticized, getting killed. Wade wasn't.
No.
And I think Wade recognized that.
So it sounds like you deserved a ring in 2012, right? Seriously. They should give you a
if the
ring.
Heat is listening, I'll take that.
Well, you contributed. You gonna let me go?
Yeah.
So, this is just me. Brian Windhorst wrote about this. It was up yesterday on ESPN.com. We both know Brian. Great respect for him. He's covered LeBron since whenever, since he was 10 years old. And Brian is plugged in. He wrote an insightful, powerful, pretty gutsy piece yesterday about what could have happened to this friendship. And his point was that the Wade-James relationship easily could have been badly damaged in 2014. I thought it was going to be, because I thought it was a low blow that LeBron gave to his big brother, Dwyane. And Brian points out that Dwyane was not even the first to be told about the sort of 11th hour decision to go home. I'm coming home, right? And he was told, I think, on a flight back. Didn't they take a private
From
flight
Vegas.
back? Yeah.
Is that when he
told?
did he tell him on that
I
flight?
think he told him on the flight back.
Because I'm wondering who he's saying were the first.
first
Because
to know?
obviously he told Sports Illustrated.
He did tell Sports Illustrated, but he said
But
there
I
are
don't know
other
if he
close
told
friends that he
anybody.
told
Probably
before.
Rich Paul and Magic.
Well, they
and
knew
Red-
of
yeah.
You would think
Yeah.
that for
Yeah.
sure, but I think it went beyond that.
Maybe Chris Paul.
Maybe.
'Cause Chris
you know
is-
what? That's
You
possible.
think?
Chris Paul, they say Chris is his best friend.
And-
See, I would think if he told Chris, though, he would tell Dwyane.
Okay.
I would
But
think,
obviously,
yeah.
Dwyane had already made a sacrifice to get LeBron there the first time and took less money. And then he had opted out so that they could both opt back in together and finish together in Miami. And it cost him, as you say, an estimated $10 million. And then to cap this off, Dwyane could have gone to Golden State ahead of last season and maybe tried to take a ride for one last hurrah ring. And instead, he joined LeBron in Cleveland. And yet at the trade deadline, when you were throwing a parade for all the moves they made, because they were really good moves, one quiet move was exit stage left. They just said, Dwyane, we're going to ship you back to Miami. Nice to send him back to Miami, but according to Brian Windhorst, LeBron did not stand in the way of them shipping out Dwyane, his best friend and big brother. So for me, I try to put myself somehow in Dwyane's shoes. Man, I just have a hard time with this because LeBron made a pretty cold-blooded business decision in 2014 because it looked like Dwyane's knees off that finals against the Spurs when they got blown out by a record finals margin. It looked like his knees were maybe not shot, but on his last legs, right? And did that factor into LeBron? Sure it did. He's saying, I just don't know how much farther I can go with him as my second star.
You know, it was reported that there were some nights LeBron would get to the arena and he would be told that D-Wade is not going. And so obviously, you know, well, how much further can this thing go, or how much can Dwyane help me get my ultimate goal? You know, being friends with someone that's on equal footing is not as easy as you think. It's easy. You know, I have friends that I grew up with, and obviously I went on to do what I did, but we're still friends. Now, imagine, as you said, D-Wade actually saw himself as an equal to LeBron. Well, if I'm equal, why do I got to concede? Why you can't concede? Why does your goals, your agenda, I want to be a big movie star. I want to be an icon too. But I think D-Wade understood that, you know what, yes, I want to be, but Nike ain't give me no $91 million contract out the gate. And you know, Skip, I think LeBron, the businessman, and LeBron, the professional athlete, the basketball player, they're two different people. Because he's like, okay, yeah, we can play basketball together, and I'm trying to win. But business is something entirely different what I'm actually trying to do over here. So I'm going to, like last night, okay, yeah, we're best friends. But when you get on that court, I'm trying to beat you.
Well, sure. Yeah. No, I got that. But in the end, to me, Dwyane is also a businessman.
Yes.
Dwyane is a shrewd operator.
Yes.
And I think he swallowed all of his pride through 2014 and then what happened at the trade deadline last year because he knew it was coming to an end and he wanted to keep the business lines open with his best connection, LeBron James, because Dwyane knew that he and Gabrielle would want to live in L.A. And they would want to be close friends and connected to the ultimate connection, LeBron James in Los Angeles, right? Yeah. He is a power broker.
You think Wade is looking down the line, I want to be connected to
because
this
what's
stuff
Dwyane
around
love?
me.
He loves fashion. He wants to have his own fashion line. Nobody can help you in that world better than LeBron James.
But being friends...